In a small village in Nigeria called Umuoji, there lived a young girl named Chinyere. Chinyere was known for her love for animals. She would spend hours in the fields, playing with the goats and chickens, and they seemed to enjoy her company too. Chinyere was the only child of her parents, Ngozi and Emeka. They were loving parents who supported Chinyere's love for animals. Whenever a new baby animal was born in the village, Chinyere would be the first to visit and care for it. One day, while Chinyere was playing in the fields, she heard a faint cry. She followed the sound and found a baby antelope hiding in the bushes. The antelope looked scared and hungry. Chinyere approached it slowly, speaking softly to calm it down. After some time, the antelope allowed Chinyere to come closer. She gently picked it up and carried it home. Ngozi and Emeka were surprised to see their daughter with a baby antelope, but they could see how much Chinyere cared for the animal. Chinyere named the antelope Yugo, which means eagle in Igbo, because of its graceful movements. She cared for Yugo like it was her own child, feeding it and keeping it warm. As Chinyere grew older, her love for animals only grew stronger. She became known in the village as the girl who could communicate with animals. People from neighboring villages would bring their sick animals to Chinyere, and miraculously, they would be healed. Chinyere's fame spread far and wide, and soon, people from distant lands came to seek her help. She became known as the animal whisperer, and was revered for her kindness and compassion towards all living creatures. Despite her growing fame, Chinyere remained humble and continued to care for the animals in her village. She knew that her gift was not just for her own benefit, but to help others understand the importance of respecting and caring for all creatures, big and small. One day, as Chinyere was tending to the animals in the fields, she heard a loud roar. She looked up and saw a lion approaching the village. The villagers panicked and ran for safety, but Chinyere stood her ground. Using her gift of communication, Chinyere spoke to the lion in a calm and soothing voice. She learned that the lion was old and hungry, and had come to the village in search of food. Chinyere promised the lion that she would provide it with food if it promised not to harm the villagers. The lion agreed, and Chinyere led it to a nearby forest where she found it a deer to eat. The villagers were amazed at Chinyere's bravery and her ability to communicate with the lion. They realized that she was truly a special girl with a gift from the gods. From that day on, Chinyere's fame spread even further, and she became known as the Animal Queen of Umuoji. People from all over came to seek her wisdom and guidance, and she continued to care for the animals with love and compassion. This journey was just beginning, and little did she know that even greater adventures awaited her in the future. As Chinyere's fame spread, she received an invitation from the king of the neighboring kingdom to come and help with his ailing animals. Chinyere, always eager to help, accepted the invitation and set off on her journey with Yugo by her side. When she arrived at the king's palace, she was greeted with great respect and admiration. The king explained that his animals had been falling sick mysteriously, and he hoped that Chinyere could help them. Chinyere spent days caring for the animals, using her gentle touch and soothing words to heal them. Slowly, the animals started to recover, and the king was overjoyed. He offered Chinyere a place in his palace, but she politely declined, saying that her home was in Umuoji with her family and animals. As Chinyere prepared to return home, the king thanked her and asked if there was anything he could do for her in return. Chinyere thought for a moment and then asked if the king could help her build a sanctuary for animals in need. The king agreed, and soon, a beautiful sanctuary was built in Umuoji, where animals could find refuge and care. Chinyere's fame continued to grow, and she became known as the protector of animals. She dedicated her life to caring for the animals in her sanctuary and teaching others about the importance of compassion and respect for all living creatures. Moral lessons. 1. Kindness and compassion towards animals are important virtues. Just as Chinyere cared for the animals in need, we should also show kindness and compassion to all living creatures. Proverbs 12 verse 10, A righteous man cares for the needs of his animal, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. 2. Humility is a valuable trait. Despite her fame and abilities, Chinyere remained humble and dedicated to serving others. We should also strive to be humble in our actions and interactions with others. Philippians 2 verses 3-4, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest but each of you to the interest of the others. 3. Courage in the face of danger is commendable. Chinyere showed courage when she faced the lion, using her gift of communication to resolve the situation peacefully. We should also strive to be courageous in standing up for what is right. Joshua 1 verse 9, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. 4. The importance of using our gifts for the greater good. Chinyere's gift of communication with animals was a unique ability that she used to help others and make a difference in the world. We should also strive to use our gifts and talents for the betterment of society. 1 Peter 4 verse 10, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Chinyere's story is a reminder that we all have a role to play in caring for God's creation and that our actions, no matter how small, can make a big difference in the world.